Hi there. If you're watching this on YouTube, or you're wanting to watch any of my content on my channel, or both for that matter, I would strongly recommend hitting the subscribe button and comment and like on any videos if you may wish, because this is a general audience channel. Also, this video is not made for kids, it is for older fans and adults alike. So please sit back and enjoy the video. Rusty to the Rescue. Based on the original story by Britt Allcroft and David Mitton, rewritten by thatwelshdeveloper, edited by the Red Engine, and adapted and told by julyleonard. It was springtime on the island of Sodor, and while Duncan was away at the works being mended, Rusty the little diesel was assigned to pull Duncan's trains until he returned, since there were no other engines available. Rusty was happy to help out and enjoyed the opportunity to pull more passenger trains compared to the usual goods and maintenance trains. One morning, Rusty was at the platform just as Thomas pulled in with Annie and Clarabelle for a local passenger run. "Peep, peep, good morning, Rusty," he called as he stopped. The passengers clambered out of his coaches and climbed aboard. Just then, Rusty saw a smart-looking man in a suit. "Oh, hello, sir," smiled Rusty. The gentleman looked at Rusty and smiled back. "Why, hello there, young diesel," he replied. "Who might you be?" "I'm Rusty," the diesel smiled. "My name is Bernard Holden." "Bernard Holden?" Rusty gasped in surprise. "The Bernard Holden? Founder of the Bluebell Heritage Railway in England?" "The very same," chuckled Mr. Holden. "It's an honor, sir, but what are you doing here?" asked Rusty. "I'm currently going around Sodor trying to gather donations for the Bluebell Railway to raise enough money so we can save an engine from scrap. Unfortunately, I still need quite an earning to purchase that engine. It's quite a pitchfork." Rusty felt sorry for Mr. Holden. "I wish I could do something to help," he sighed. "I'm sure you can do something," replied Mr. Holden. "Perhaps try spreading the word to anyone you can." As Rusty trundled down the line, he couldn't stop thinking about Mr. Holden and saving an engine. "There must be something I can do. There must be something I can do," he thought to himself. That evening, Rusty told the others about Mr. Holden. "Oh dear," began Peter Sam. "I'm sorry he has to go through that struggle." Even Sir Handel had to agree. "If only we could do something to help," sighed Rusty. "Well, we're not going to be able to figure something out without a good night's rest," said Skarloey. "Now it's best that we go to sleep." Everyone agreed and soon fell asleep. "There must be something I can do," Rusty thought to himself as he went to sleep. The next morning, he decided to speak to Douglas and Percy. "Can you help me save another engine?" "What do you mean?" Douglas replied. "What I mean is, I'm trying to help Mr. Holden save a Bluebell engine from scrap," said Rusty, and explained everything. Douglas thought about it. Maybe a charity would do the trick." "That's it," Rusty said. "A charity. That'll make Mr. Holden happy. I must go speak to the Thin Controller. Thank you, Douglas," he said, and Rusty scurried away. "Take care," replied Douglas. Eventually, Rusty reached the station to see the thin controller, looking at the day's schedule. "Sir!" he cried. The thin controller nearly dropped his clipboard in surprise. "Oh, hello, Rusty," he said. "May I help you?" "It's not me you can help, sir," and Rusty explained his idea. By the end, the thin controller was smiling broadly. "Now that," he started, "it's a splendid idea, Rusty. I'll get in contact with Mr. Holden right away," and he walked off. "Even so," smiled Rusty, "it never hurt to do a little advertising." Later that day, the passengers were waiting for their train. They were surprised to see Rusty pull in with himself and the coaches covered in posters that read, "Save the Bluebells." Edward couldn't help but laugh. "You look like me when I was advertising the garden party." It took some time, but soon the funfair charity was launched near Crovan's Gate. Many people came to the funfair and had lots of fun. When the funfair was over in 2 days, the Scarloy Railway had raised over £2,000. Mr. Holden was excited and visited Rusty in the sheds that evening. "I can't thank you enough," smiled Mr. Holden. "I really appreciate this. I will never forget what you did, and neither will Stepney." "Is that the engine's name?" Rusty asked. "Yes, and I'll be sure to bring him here one day, I promise." And Mr. Holden left, ready to head back to Barrow. 2 years had passed since Mr. Holden's visit, and one morning Henry pulled into Crovan's Gate with exciting news for Rusty. "Have you heard?" he said excitedly. "Stepney the Bluebell engine is coming to visit Sodor." "Really?" "Yes, and he's braving his way through the diesels on the other railway just for us. Such a brave engine." As Henry left, Rusty's face fell. "He's braving his way through all those nasty diesels. He probably won't even look at me when he sees that I'm one too." And he glumly rolled away. A few hours had passed, and Rusty was taking a break before his next goods train when he heard an unfamiliar whistle in the distance. And then, coming into sight, was a large tank engine painted goldenrod with the name Stepney on the side of his tanks. "Hello there," smiled the tank engine. "I'm Stepney, the Bluebell engine." "Ah, and you must be Rusty." Rusty was aghast. You've heard of me?" "Of course," chuckled Stepney. "My owner, Mr. Holden, told me all about how you suggested the idea to start a charity to raise enough money to save me. I wanted to say thank you for everything, and I was cooked up in that scrapyard with those nasty diesels for so long and under the impression that all the diesels are vicious and rude but you changed that. Some workmen came over and gave me a coat of paint, and when my driver came over to me, he said, 'Stepney, you lucky old engine, you've been saved. The Bluebell Railway's bought you.' And I replied by saying, 'And Mr. Holden, I wouldn't have been saved if it weren't for him.' It was difficult to set the fire, but soon it was glowing hot, and I had a good head of steam. So off we set, past the bleak and brooding lines of diesels. 'Where are you going?' they hissed. 'Just down the line,' I replied, and I shuffled quickly away. 'We've done it,' I said. 'Mission accomplished.' I'm glad to know that there are diesels out there with hearts of gold, just like you, I'm glad to know that there are diesels out there with hearts of gold, just like you." Rusty has trouble forming words. "Oh, you're welcome," he stuttered. Stepney smiled. "Well, I'd best be off now. The others are anticipating my arrival. I hope to see you again soon." As Stepney puffed away into the distance, Rusty watched proudly on, knowing that he had done good for another fellow engine, Stepney, who everyone calls him the Bluebell engine.